both players really want to at least guarantee that prize money. And with that, let's introduce our players.
In the bottom left-hand position, the Terran Hope in the North American Star League, it is Evil Genius's PuMa.
And in the bottom right, known as the Kratos, Protoss, Obamatos, Presentas, you know, call them whatever you want, SKMC!
And MC is already doing something a little bit interesting. He has sent out another Pylon Scout. This isn't normal, as we said, in Cloud Kingdom. Normally, you go for an expansion when you do this, but for him to do this super, super early, I think he's just expecting PuMa to do something cheeky, and that's exactly what we see. Look at this. Gas first, and then a barracks. And this probe gets in here and sees everything.
PuMa has this really cool Hellion Marauder build that he pulls out once in a while, where he proxies the factory and then he's able to really get the Hellions and Marauders to really punish a fast expand. I've seen him do it a couple times, but I'm not sure if he's pulling out in this case, but he did go refinery before the barracks, so it does want to drop tech really quick. And MC, if you just click on that refinery, you know how much gas he has, so you can understand what he has saved up, and PuMa has no problems even revealing it at this point. And MC, this is a really good scout early on, and this is just exactly what MC needed to make sure to prepare for his early game.
It's really unfortunate, but PuMa should have expected something like this. He's going into this actually thinking, okay, my opponent is definitely going to scout it, definitely going to see this. So it's really interesting. PuMa kind of goes into this saying, okay, well, what's a build that I know can do a lot of damage, but he's going to scout the initial works of this build that he's chosen. I'm really, really curious because there's not a lot of builds out there off of one base, I think, that Protosses can't stop as soon as they scout it. So I'm actually a little bit worried for PuMa. We'll see how he goes in a little bit.
Well, he does have the reactor almost finishing up, so PuMa will have that. Now, he hasn't gotten his second gas yet. If he really want to commit to a huge one-base tech, he would have been able to get that second gas and be able to get up to that starport. But let's see what MC's doing in response. You see that he does have a second gas accordingly, and he is getting out a couple more stocks to control the map more. And that's actually really key. If you want to stop anything, you have to really control space from Terran early on.
Yeah. So it looks like MC hasn't chosen a tech choice yet, by the way. He's just banking in a ton of gas. And there goes down now Twilight Council. A very interesting choice. Now, I would say the #1 standard thing to do, is a robotics facility, which is going as well. This is a very interesting build. Now, the first 2 Hellions are already out on the map. 2 Hellions can't really get past here. So he is safe for now, but I'm still wondering. I mean, there is a lot of damage that can be done by Hellion Marauder, but he's switched off.
Yeah, I mean, now that MC scouted what his opponent did, PuMa's changed. He's going for an expansion in the corner of his base. Now we do see the Twilight Council and Robo. This is going to be a huge blink attack from MC, and Secure Plateau is a fantastic map to do this on, because there's lots of ledges you can go peer in and out, not just entrances but also exits you can leave on the side of his base as well to the lateral adjacent paths. And MC being very clever, trying to hide all kinds of information. The Hellion did poke up and saw no expansion, so PuMa has to at least know MC is teching of some sort.
Yes, and the #1 thing that you're probably going up against on a map like Shakura's Plateau is Blink Stalkers. I mean, that is really, really strong. You can maintain a lot of space, especially if you take over here with your Blink Stalkers. Just the possibilities of blinking into the main, blinking into the natural are endless. I mean, you can really do a ton. So I like where PuMa is actually going with this. He's doing everything right. He does need a lot more units if he wants to defend this, but the key units are Marauders. If he can get Marauders and have them and retain them when these initial Blink Stalkers come, he will be in a great position, seeing as he already has his orbital command center.
You see that PuMa is going to move out and expand, but he sees no expansion from MC. So inevitably, PuMa will have to scan if he wants to see anything in his base. But MC's also going to, I guess he's just going to blink out of his base to the left side here and eventually move across. The Observer's already in place, Andre. And MC is about to strike, and PuMa, will he be ready for this?
This is difficult. Now, PuMa is kind of ready. He has a lot of Marines over here, but I don't think there's enough. The big thing is the fact that PuMa will actually see these Blink Stalkers coming. That will actually let him take advantage of the time his opponent does not have Blink ready, but he's not attacking right now. He needed to pull SCVs a while ago, but here we go. SKMC is probably just going to blink back. Very nicely done. He hasn't lost any Stalkers yet. Oh my god, taking out so many SCVs.
That was actually a great attack, and as a result, MC picks off some workers, 11 killed. MC, how are you this good? That's not even fair, Andre.
Oh my god. And you know, PuMa, I mean, he did take a lot of losses there, but he has double orbital command centers. His opponent was only on one base. You can see the Harvester count. They're actually pretty even. I mean, if you +9 to this 18, he's ahead of his opponent in worker count. But unfortunately, he has a lot of SCVs just going around town with the other units. So there is a little bit of a problem for PuMa. But what's great about him is that he's gotten his stim. He's just retreating back all the way to the main. This is everything right that you can do against a Blink Stalker in Protoss.
Yes, and you can see that 2 SUVs have gone up as well. You can see good blink micro from MC as well. Stim is about to finish as well. A great timing for PuMa, just so he can hold off the next wave of Blink Stalkers. But MC, no intention to expand, really wants to make this work. Every unit pickoff is huge. Even picking off supply depots is significant as well, as PuMa will be heavily supply blocked if he picks off these 3 depots.
Yeah, that's such a shame, but the big thing is combat shield is on the way, and his medevac count is increasing. Now he has to do something about these Stalkers getting in here. I don't always... There it is, big blink backwards. He needs to protect those depots, but it's still okay. I think PuMa is in a salvageable position, but he's not... I don't think he's obviously ahead.
Oh, that Hellion trying to bar in, but MC very clever. Make sure to wall it off so no Hellions can run by. MC also picks it off and it resumes back to norm production. Now MC does want to expand, but that one probe is blocked, Andre.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, obviously he has to just hit one of his own pylons just to get out of here. But MC's done everything right. More importantly, just having the blink around helps out so much. Dark Shrine on the way, Frodan. This will be really, really tricky.
Now that MC has the ability to move in and out. Now the big thing is that, scan does snipe the Observer, a very key thing. But MC being very tricky with Dark Templars last game, might be able to try to do some more damage, but until then, he's just going to stall for time, put on pressure, and make sure to let PuMa know, even though I'm backing off for now, don't get careless.
And MC, don't forget, he still has the option to go and blink into the main, even though medevac, stim, everything is out. As soon as these units get caught out of position, you can instantly blink up into the main, and there's so many exit points as well. You can easily retreat. That's why PuMa is just very awkwardly over here. If he wants to defend against Blink Stalkers, he actually wants to take his side of the map, but he doesn't have the means to do that yet. So what his goal right now is to actually take this area, this entire area, and get control of this Zelnaga Tower. But, you know, it's quite some time. That's why Dark Templars are a smart decision, because he's going to constantly change up the positioning and how PuMa is going to take space.
But there's also a Warp Prism that can kind of avoid the turrets, even though PuMa is setting himself up so that he can safely defend against anything. Oh, another Observer snipe at the natural, very key. But the big thing is the Warp Prism is also going to drop in the back of the main while MC is blink attacking at the front, and PuMa's going to have to multitask as well as MC. MC pulls back immediately, and the Dark Templar has been dropped, and PuMa has to know because he saw the Warp Prism, and he sees the shadows and his SCVs disappearing.
Oh, this isn't good, and he's splitting up the Dark Templars perfectly. Now it's so difficult because he has to just separate his units to make it so he can defend against the main and the natural. Dark Templars are going to be cleaned up too, actually, but there's a third one all the way on the right-hand side. The reactor is saved. Very nicely done by PuMa.
Oh, another Dark Templar being warped in as well. That's going to mean 2 on the base of PuMa. MC's also potentially blinking also to the main. He does, and he's going to start picking off at the factory, trying to see if he can stall for time. And the DT's adding lots of DPS, so the Stalker can pretty much just 1 or 2 shot them. But a huge stim with these units from PuMa pushed back the rest of the Stalkers. This Dark Templar has 7 kills and continuing to work on the army of PuMa.
A couple of Stalkers in the front of the natural trying to do a little bit of damage here. But I think he will throw those away for now. PuMa has suffered severe losses. 22 workers killed in here.
Oh my gosh.
Income tab is showing 43 harvesters to 18. Are you kidding me, MC? MC outclassing his opponent in game number 3. This looks to be a 3-0 win for MC, but you know, hopefully PuMa can pull something out. All you need is a drop here and there, and that 20-30 worker gap is closed immediately.
Yeah, MC has a really nice economy, but his army size is actually not as big as you expected because he spent so much gas on Dark Templars to harass the economy. So this is PuMa's pushback, if you will. +1's about to finish as well, giving him lots of DPS against those stocks with the Marauders. You can see a huge blink back as well. MC caught a huge stim, which was nice. But at the same time, PuMa scans and sees a lot of units just being warped in. And PuMa has to really make a good decision here of how he wants to engage this battle.
And this is the timing, if any. Charge is just about to finish. Archons are already out. I think PuMa has to back up from here and just call quits. He can't really push on any further. He needs to play macro from here, unfortunately, because MC is just too well guarded. There is still that War Prism, by the way, in the bottom left-hand corner. I think PuMa's going to go for it. It's just a very tough battle for him.
It's tough because with the charge lots, it really does well against the Marauders. Mini stim here on some of the units on PuMa just to pick apart. Any free unit is good for the cause of PuMa. You can see the Stalkers blink downwards as well. Some Marines are taking heavy DPS. The Archon's also trying to add some AoE. Good spread from PuMa. Look at the micro and stutter step, but MC has a lot of units. The charge lots absorbing lots of damage, and PuMa is now getting his medevac sniped. That's definitely not what you want. MC taking a larger supply lead, targeting down the medevacs, meaning that the bio has less. GG!
MC takes the clean sweep, a 3-0 win over the reigning NASL champion, and he will move on into the round of 8.
MC takes game of 3 on Shakura's Plateau, dethroning the 2-time NASL champion. PuMa is gone. It's single elimination. Now PuMa's the one that MC's the one that advances, and PuMa can no longer defend his throne. The last Terran, it's only Protoss and Zerg on.
Yeah, and a lot of them are Protoss. MC just so phenomenal, but you know, it's that last game, man. He showed 3 different games throughout this best-of-5 series. Game 1, as I said, macro-abusive. The second game was kind of micro-abusive, but he did that in the mid-game. The third game, he showed just one base play, just really, really good one base play. That's 3 different areas where you're outclassing your opponent. And to outclass a person like PuMa, who has won NASL twice, that's amazing.
All right, guys, so let's get over to Day 9 and Zoe for their thoughts on the match between MC and PuMa. I know they have lots to say, so let's head on over to the back with Sean and Zoe.
Oh my gosh, that series was insane from MC. I mean, what did you think about the Blink Stalker play in games 2 and 3? I'm
actually like bewildered to even like look at that, because I can't think of a single thing PuMa could have done to actually hold it off. Like, I mean, I know MC is known for like really precise timings, mostly against Zerg. I mean, I think his best win ratio is against Zerg anyway, with about 67% if you go for international statistics. Where PuMa is actually, I think. That Terran versus Protoss is his best matchup.
Yeah, and I mean, you hear the crowd already going nuts out there.
He's actually at 70% against Protoss, but still there was nothing he could have done against that. And that's definitely something I want to ask MC. I want to know what MC thinks people could do against those Blink Stalkers.
It's really true. I mean, PuMa known for being a TVP specialist, but you even sort of saw in PuMa's play, it was that by-the-book standard type of Terran versus Protoss, and MC's timings seem to take advantage of that in every game, especially that game 2 with the force field and the blink. Just seeing that warp prism go in, I mean, that's just the worst feeling ever as Terran when you're outside your base and that warp prism floats in and you're like, oh no. One little force field goes up and Protoss like, and I'm building a Dark Shrine too. But I mean, I also, what are your thoughts on the transition to Dark Templar again in games 2 and 3? It just seemed to seal the deal.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it. I mean, he already did so much damage with those Stalkers, and there was just like this little more thing, like, you know, should I just send them in? Yeah, why not? Like let's use them, and that actually worked out great for him. And DTs in general become like so much more popular lately. Like I'm actually pretty surprised how often I see them, because I mean, I know they used to be really good, used to be used a lot, and then there was this, like a big period of time where people were just like, nah, no DTs, like let's not do that. But they came back.
It's so nice because, I mean, even if you don't auto-win because your opponent didn't have detection, you can contain. And there was that key period in game 3 where PuMa kept trying to move out, but there were DTs in the middle, had to wait for scan, had to sit passively at home in the base, and then once he finally advanced out, got crushed by that beautiful Zealot Archon Force.
Yeah, I mean, I really loved the DTs in the last game. I mean, he killed so many workers, and he basically forced his opponent to use all those scans, means he had no energy to actually call down mules to get that income back up. As he lost so many SCVs, he was on how many? Like
18.
Wow. So, yeah, I'm actually really impressed with MC's play, and I did not expect that. I actually thought it's going to be a lot closer since... I don't know. I mean, MC, he probably wanted his revenge. He did lose against PuMa already, so well done. I don't know what more to say about that.
Well, now what this means is that MC will be going up against the winner of Stefano versus Hero, which is insane.
It is. It is indeed. So we will see that game just any moment, really, and we will throw it over to you guys again.
Thanks a lot, Sean and Zoe. Guys, of course, if you have any questions throughout games, like you want to say, hey, you know, how does Terran defend that, or what can PuMa really do, or what did MC do specifically was good, why don't you just send them a tweet, follow them on Twitter, twitter.com/day9tv, and twitter.com/zombie, spelled with SOEMBIE.
Yeah, and, you know, again, another congratulations to MC. They were talking about it, but he played phenomenally, and he deserved his win. I can't wait for that next match, him against the winner of Stefano versus Hero. That is going to be another great series. MC versus the winner of that is going to be a great series. My God, we have so many good games coming at you in the future.
We could talk about MC all day, but let's hop on over to Sean and Zoe for an interview with MC, the winner of the previous match.